everybody, good morning. It's Kathy. We're out with the sheep. It is December 10th. I'm going to show you a couple things. Unrolling the bale with a little bit bigger of a tractor. It does it a little bit differently. And then how we're progressing so far with breeding season. And you can see that this tractor, since it's a little bit bigger, unrolls the bales a little bit differently. The little red tractor just has a harder time. This one does a little bit better of a job. Then we'll look at the girls here. You'll notice the color of choice is red. All the rams have a red crayon in. So every ram out here has a harness. The harness has a red crayon. You can see good look at his harness there, and you can see the red on his head. And you can tell some of the ewes are, actually there's not too many marked right here. Another ram right there. Some of the marks are really, really red, and some of them are a little bit duller red. And that's more about if it's wet. If the wool's wet, it doesn't tend to mark as well. And if it's a colder day, it doesn't mark as well. A warmer day, since that crayon is made to be used in the cold, so it's a little bit softer. So on a warmer day, it puts on quite the mark. And here's another look at everybody eating. And I do want to say the significance of red is just that it shows up well. There's quite a few colors you can choose from. Red, orange, green, blue. Those have all worked really well for us. They also have a yellow, which we've never tried. We used black one year thinking it would show up really good. It's actually kind of confusing because it looks like dirt. Especially if you've got the sheep where they can get to rub it on machinery, so it looks like they have grease. So stick with, at least in my opinion, stick with like one of the unnatural colors because it catches your eye a little better. And then, like I said, a cold crayon, and you pick the crayon that matches the weather. And you can see that, guys. Like his chest is red, and you can see the crayon there just because he doesn't have much wool. And we did things a little bit differently this year. We have the ewe lambs out here as well. Usually the ewe lambs are separate, in a separate group, but we've got everybody that will be hopefully lambing in the spring is in this group this year. So we'll see how it goes. You can tell there's some that aren't marked. but we put the rams in December 2nd, and it is now, like I said, the 10th. And a heat cycle for sheep is 17 days, and we plan on 2 cycles. And he can't decide what he's doing there. Maybe. And I think we have 5. How many rams do we have out here? We have 7 rams out here. And the reason you do that is because you don't want a ram to pick a favorite ewe and hang out with her and then ignore the other ones coming into heat. And circling back to the ewe lamb thing, the ewe lambs will just stand around. The older ewes will go find a ram, but the ewe lambs won't. So we need a few more rams out here to get everybody bred, because it tends to be, you get big days where there's tons of ewes in heat, and then you get days where not a bunch. So we need enough ram power to handle the big days as well as the small days. That ram is one of a set of twin rams that were born here 2 lambings ago. We call them the bees, like the letter. Looking good. So he was with ewe lambs last year, and this is his first year with the main flock. There's another ram. The Lampshire ram along the back there. And there's a few ewe lambs there. Obviously a ram. My little black ewe. She's bred. You can't tell because she's dark, but zooming around. Going to see what's what. So he's taking over there. And I got a new phone because I definitely needed one, but the camera quality is supposed to be a ton better here, so hopefully videos will be a little bit more crisp. And then see another little ewe lamb there. To catch her. She's got a little white tag. That's because she jumped the fence like a month and a half ago and was bred, so we know she's early. Wanted to tag her just to be sure to keep track of that. There's a little ewe lamb that's bred. So they're starting to come around. And that one is as well. She's a cutie. She's a little camera shy. And another thing we did this year was made just some dry hay and put it up on posts. Well, except for these few here. You can tell it didn't stop the sheep. They're still helping themselves. Then we rolled some out. That's what this is all about. So once they're done with their haylage, up and into that bale. No surprise. Tapping in a little there. So if they feel they don't have enough haylage, they can always snack a bit. We've never stored round bales outside, so we'll see how it goes. We did take one up to the cattle and looks okay. They like it. So far so good. But I have to admit, it is hard to see this getting rained on. Then here's a little bit better view of the whole group. Obviously, we're up by the gas well this morning. Here's my little blackie. You can see the mark a little bit from this angle. And that's about the last of it. And we took a head count the other day. I got 275 one time and 278 the next time. So $275-ish is what we're working with here. Well, that's the scoop for at least early in breeding season. And like I said, there are different color crayons. You can switch if you want. Some people would switch on the first day of the second cycle. We normally just keep trucking with the same color crayon. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and have a super day.